Hello, 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 and welcome to another interesting episode of Exclusive with Shirley Murphy. This is a program that is specially designed to celebrate personalities that has risen against all odds and have a story that is what inspiring. So we're giving you the opportunity to share with the world. We understand that your voice is your power. So step up and come up and share that inspiring story that you have with the world. And guess what? This is where the conversation begins exclusively on Exclusive Interview with Shirley Murphy. So this is where we take you on a journey with our special guest every episode of the show, where you'll be inspired, where you'll be challenged, where you'll be educated, and of course informed. And as you're joining us, don't forget to follow us, like our page, comment, and of course share. Today's episode of the show, I'll be speaking with the very phenomenal woman of God. She is so dear to my heart. And she has done greatly, in the broadcast media, giving visibility to as many around the world. This woman, she's actually award-winning podcast, show host, and she has done greatly, like I've said earlier. And I know you wouldn't, want to miss all that she has to share with us today. She'll be sharing with us amazing snippets about our coming event. So, are you ready? Let's welcome Sandy Sanders. Hello, ma'am. Welcome to the
Hey,
show.
hi, Coach Shirley. How are you? How are you
I'm
doing?
doing great. And you, ma'am?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm doing really good. I'm excited. I'm a little nervous, but I'm excited to be with you.
Thank you. Same here. Good to have you with us.
Thank you so much.
All right. So, I know that for many years now, you have been impacting, doing so much, in your space, giving visibility to so many people. But I want you to, share with our viewers more about who you are. Tell us, take us into a bit about your journey, to get into where you are, ma'am.
Wow. Well, first of all, I want to thank you for the opportunity and the privilege of being part of your network and just receiving what we do. I am Sandy Sanders. I am the host and creator of the award-winning podcast and streaming show called Coffee Conversation and Book Talks with Sandy. I began this journey as an author, writing in anthology book projects. I have authored 13 plus anthology book projects, both in the States and international, as well as speaking opportunities such as this and being on a virtual platform. So when I became an author, how it all began is that I truly did not know how to get my book out. And I was doing virtual. I love coffee. I love a good aroma of coffee. You know, when you walk into a room and you smell that aroma, those of us like that are coffee lovers. So I was just putting up. I am a believer of the Lord Jesus Christ, and I wanted to put up inspirational posts because we were all doing virtual. So I've been at this for about 4 or 5 years, and we'll put up these virtual, posts through social media of just scriptures and inspiration, and wanting to have a dialogue of conversation over coffee. And so that's where it all began, along with when my visionary author said, "Sandy, you have a show," and I was like, "What?" I have a show. And she says, yes, we want to bring the authors on. So that's where my journey began. And one of the main things, Coach Shirley, is that, as I always said, is that once I began to have this space for authors, that was the beginning point, because I said and I made a vow to the Lord that I would always have a space for authors. And so from there, it has been word of mouth. I've had the privilege, and that is how we met. Is I had the honor and the privilege of interviewing you on my platform, and so it is because of you and that has made our platform an award platform where we were acknowledged as being a social media and media influencer, whatever all of that means.
Yeah. Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much, for sharing
Yeah.
that with us. You've been around, this arena for, you said 4 to 5 years now.
Yes.
And can you please share with us, what does impact through calling and assignment means to you? Because based on your story, you have been making impacts in the lives of authors, through your podcasts and your shows. So what does it really mean to you, in tying up together all the works that you've been doing,
Yeah.
for people, creating visibility?
Yeah. What it means to me, making an impact, the Lord had given me this analogy. There's that poem that says about the footprints in the sand. And the footprints in the sand, and there comes a space when the writer says, when he looks back and he only sees one set of footprints. And that's when he said, the Lord said, well, that was when I was carrying you. Shirley, Coach Shirley, I'm about to cry. And so, impacting, as I've had the privilege of interviewing and in the space of women such as yourself and women of all calibers, just being able to, as I say, make an impact in the earth, making a footprint in the earth, so that when someone comes along, they will see your work when you're long gone from this
Mm,
earth, this place that we call earth, that you will leave an
mhm,
impression in their heart, and a positive impression,
mm,
because there has been some negative impressions in our life and we've had to overcome those things. But when you talk
mhm,
about what it means to me, it means that my grandchildren, my children, people that I come in contact, that I've left a positive impact in their life. And so that's what impacting means to me. Yeah.
awesome, awesome. Yeah, because it is very, very important for us as leaders to take a moment to look at the works we've been doing,
Yeah.
and give a kind of evaluate what we've been doing, and see how much impact it has made, or it will make, for the younger generation, and of course for those that are looking up to us. Because so many times we're just there, not
Yeah.
knowing that in one way or the other we are either negatively or positively, impacting somebody's life. And
Yeah.
all we want to see for a wonderful future and a wonderful world is positive impact. And
Hmm.
continually, we celebrate leaders like yourself that has been doing so, in your respective field. So I want to say thank you once again for
Yeah.
making tremendous impact. It's not just about your grandchildren coming, even for leaders of now, they are actually being, touched, and of course myself, by the works that you're doing. So thank you once again.
You're welcome. You're
Okay,
welcome.
so um, I know you are a woman of God. Before we delve into what we have today, you are a woman of God, and the place of passion, the place of purpose, always have something to do with everyone's life.
Yeah.
Although so many times, some people try to kick it off and say, no, it doesn't really matter. No, don't bother about that. I'm just living my life. But with your story, how you love coffee, and of course you decided to connect that, into what you now have. But I just want your own opinion actually. Is it really necessary, to try to connect our passion, yes, they said passion now, connect our passion to a business or to something that could be uh, worth influencing to others positively.
Yeah. One of the things I've learned is that there is that heartfelt. Um, I learned this from Coach Dr. Cheryl Wood in my journey. She said there is that heartfelt work, and then there is business. The heartfelt work is where you truly, and then we combine it both with our passion. What is that
Mhm.
one thing that you would do whether you got paid or not? That's your passion. You
Yes.
get up and you do it, and then God elevates your mind as you go into entrepreneurship. Is
Mhm.
that there is value? You learn how to do value. But I want to digress and just back up a little bit. Um, a transparency, Coach Shirley, is that my ministry, the ministry that God called me, which I truly know, I love beautiful clothes. I love beautiful and preaching robes. Yes, I'm a licensed evangelist. God called me into the ministry as evangelist, preaching the gospel, winning souls
Mhm.
for Christ. And when God called me, and so when we talk about hearing what the call is, well, mine is not
Mhm.
necessarily always behind the pulpit. And we know the speaking stage and the whole nine. Well, the Lord called me into jail prison ministry. Excuse me.
Mhm. Okay.
Women that are incarcerated.
Mhm.
And whenever that was over 9 years ago, when I
Mhm.
really knew that that's where the space that He needed me to be able to make, as you mentioned, the impact. There are many
Mhm.
women that are incarcerated that need to know this is not their final
That's
story.
true.
That
Mhm.
is my heartbeat. And the reason it is because the connecting is that God delivered me from alcohol. I'm 63, will be 63 this year. But back in
Wow.
my 20s, 30s, oh yeah, corporate world, the whole nine. But would come home from a Fortune 500 corporation that I worked from, and I was literally
Mhm.
drinking every day. And I was
Mhm.
a divorced mom raising three children, and it was hard. So that was my go to escape the
Mhm.
pain. And years later, when God delivered me and I prayed and I was just one of the ones, and the Lord delivered me, took the taste of alcohol out of my
Mhm.
mouth and all of that. But I was literally in the jail teaching. And the Lord, as I was teaching these women that were incarcerated in a
Mhm.
county jail, they're in their attire, in their jumpsuits, is what they are in. And
Mhm.
I could hear the Lord saying, "This is why you didn't die. This is why you didn't get killed. And this is why you're not in here. So that you could come and tell your story." And the reason is because that story, my story, can help save another. It may not be alcohol. It could be, now there's
Mhm.
so many kinds of impacting drugs, influences that can literally
Mhm.
take
Mhm.
a person out of here, whether it's mentally, physically, and spiritually. And so I continue to tell that. I don't sit here without having to go through anything. And I say this humbly, is that that's the impact. And so there are opportunities where the Lord will allow me to be able to not only share my story, but we get paid to share our story because God has
Mhm.
allowed us to be able to receive that and then know that those monies and funds can go into our ministry or go wherever the Lord releases you to share, whether it is for your personal business or whether it is for your ministry. And so, that is actually still happening. I had a lady to just this past week and say, "I've been thinking about." wanting to be able to sow into your ministry, and I've been on doing it for a couple of weeks. And this is for the women that are in jail. And so, although we can't literally put money on their books, there's many opportunities and ways that we are able to serve that community. And so, I hope I'm helping with answering that question. That you can have your heartfelt, and then you can have business, and it's your ministry. And yeah, yeah, yeah,
Awesome, awesome. It is amazing, the work that you're doing, for women, that are incarcerated, like you mentioned, and and that is also to say that everyone out there, we all have our purpose, we all have something we're passionate about that God has called us for into. I know there are many times that we get distracted, we just want to run with the business part of it and forgetting
yeah.
that they are, like you put it, they are heartfelt, assignments that God has given to us to do, that you can do it again and again, even when the money is not coming in. And then again, connecting it to a business, and then money will start coming in afterwards, whichever way you want to do it, but connect your passion to something that will create impact, a positive ripple effect that could, touch people's lives. Now, today
Yeah.
we'll be talking a bit about transformation, a positive transformation. We're coming to that, but before then, before we go into that, I just want you to share a bit about telling the. I know you've talked about, telling your stories. I wanted to, kind of encourage our viewers out there, those that have been thinking about, I want to share my story, but I don't know how to go about it. I want to write a book, but I don't know how to go about it. Can you say something about that? Because, of course, you have actually used your story to touch lives.
Yes, yes, I would love to speak to the audience in concern of that. First of all, sitting on this platform alone, who is a publisher, I would say if you're in this audience, I like to give credit where credit is due. Speak with this owner, the CEO and the publisher of this platform. It could be something starting out so much as a blog. Share your idea. What is your what is in your heart? It always talks about as a writer. God has over the years, Coach Shirley has helped me develop my writing. When I first started out, all it was, and I shouldn't minimize it. See, I have to talk to myself. Never minimize your beginning, because the scripture says is that despise not small beginnings. And so, what you may think is small, or I don't have enough to say, you will be surprised as a writer of how a short story, a word of inspiration can impact an individual's life. So, first of all, I would say connect to the host and creator of the Glam magazine and the Glam, that she's a publisher, she's a coach, and all of that. That would be my first indicating, is that yes, connect with this great woman of God. Also, is that notice, just jot down as you begin to pull all of those notes and things together. Um, as a writer, you're writing about whatever is on your heart. Over the years, my writing has developed from just a healing process, because that's how I started out, Coach. When I was asked for the opportunity to be a part of an anthology, when I looked at the story, it was really a space of healing. And then as I continue to participate in the anthologies, is knowing that my story is not just for me, it is for others. And so I began to, and as God began to mature me in that area of writing, getting a coach, having someone to help me in narrating my story, then we began to share just how important it is to have a call to action. We don't want you to just read the book. We want you to have a takeaway. And that takeaway, you get in there, you highlight it, and you make your post-it notes, and you put that. I always say, put a post-it note up on the window, on your head, on the computer,
Mhm.
wherever. That one nugget can carry you months. There's so much revelation there. So yes, sharing your story. Number one can be out of healing. Number two, out of helping others walk through their journey as well, because your story is not just for you. It
Mhm.
is not just your story. Yes,
Yes, thank you so very much. Yes, I wanted you to share a bit about that because I know
yeah,
you are um, a powerhouse when it comes to that, and you have heard her. You just need to share your story. Share your story. It can be about you healing, it can be a story about healing. And also, your story is not all about you. Whatever you've gone through in life is not all about you. It's for you to
that's right.
share so that someone out there can learn from, can also pick up pieces of their life wherever they left it from your story. And, they can also be encouraged that if you could pull through, if you could do
Yeah.
it, they also can do it. So,
Mhm.
and storytelling is very powerful, a powerful tool, that could help in transforming one's life. Okay, so I said we'll be talking about transformation
Yeah.
today. So, and that takes me to the next question I would just want to ask. We'll be having a Glam networking experience, but before then, I think we should just get. Hold on Hold on a minute. No, let me see. Okay, so let's play this and we'll be right back. Okay. All right, welcome back. So I had to, share that so that you guys understand what we're about to talk about. A Glam networking experience. Sandy happens to be one of our powerful featured speakers for the upcoming Glam networking experience that will be taking place from the 26th to 28th of July 2024. We're already in July, so that month that we've been looking out for, July is here. So, and we are so
I know.
excited. All right. All right, Madam Sandy, I reached out to you about the networking experience, and you just said, yes, Shelley, I'll be excited to do that. I'll be excited to be a part of it. So, can you just, tell the world? Oh, no, okay, no, tell me now. Okay, no, not me. Tell everybody. Let's know. Why did you agree to connect with us for the upcoming networking experience?
Oh wow. So first of all, it was because of you.
All right.
Listen, I she's reached out to me a couple of times, but it was a yes in this one. No matter what, and the fact to serve. My role is an ambassador and to partner. And so one of the things is that Coach Shirley's heartbeat is to bring like-minded individuals together. That's the first. And then secondly is to help us grow. This so not only am I saying yes to share what we do, but it's also to learn. And oh yeah, we're going to be in the room to learn. I'm learning even as we grow, as we're going through this. So that is why I said yes. Listen, I am in the season of learning and and the transformation. Liz, I think that's when we really knew that we were on our last, on a previous conversation or tour, and I shared what I would be talking about. And you had mentioned transfer, and I said, God, that was it right there. That was our connection. Sometimes we don't know the whole picture, but when God tells you a yes, when you say it, see, I just knew it was a yes.
Mhm.
And yeah, and I'm excited. Yeah.
All right, thank you so very much. Really appreciate you for the yes, that you said to us. And talking about growth, you made mention about growth.
Yeah.
So, what does it mean? What does it take for one to, is it by connecting together that we grow, or how? What does it mean to you, growth? And what do you put together and say, okay, at this level, I think I'm growing, or this is what I need to do so I can be able to grow. So, can you
Mhm.
just, share a
Sure.
bit about that?
Sure. Growing is when you have reached us. For me, and I'll share this for me. It when is so. I'm an award-winning podcaster, and yes, we've won some awards as being a social media influencer. And so, Dr. Shirley, when what was happening in 2021, it was coming at me left and right. Our show began to be recognized and given awards from various platforms, and just wanted to recognize what we were doing. And I literally had to step back and say, where do I go from here? You're recognized and your peers are recognizing you. It is your peers in the network because you do what I do. Both of us are talk show hosts. There's plethora of them out there. So when it's your peers, and we know of this from the Hollywood level and all of that. So in the social media, so when I began to be recognized by my peers, I literally had to step back and say, what is the next? How do I? And I always remembered one of my mentors said, keep being yourself, keep being yourself. And so, although being myself, I never lose my authenticness and who I am, but I also want to learn and
Hmm.
grow because, truth be told, I want to be able to pass this baton to someone. I want to truly be able to
Hmm.
help others grow in their passion. They may be fearful of getting behind a virtual screen, having a camera or their phone. And although we see lots of things like that happening, being yourself and learning to be, I had on a vision board, I think it was my 2023 vision board, being comfortable in my skin. What's your niche? What do you have passion for? What do you enjoy? Remember, I said I love coffee. And so my conversations, so sitting and learning from individuals. I'm somewhat of a techie kind of person, but we got to realize is that we're not in this world alone. You need a team. You need individuals that will,
Yeah.
you can collaborate. Collaboration is a key word. Having your passion, being yourself, and also in a time of learning. I want to truly say this, and we're saying this globally. I want to learn from Coach Shirley. And by me being among her, watching her navigate, as they say, are you watching from the side and behind the tree? No, I'm gonna be right there on her coattail and watching. And that's what we are, and that's what we are to each other. And however I can serve her, serving is another. Being a servant, coach.
Yeah,
That's
needed. Hmm.
serve. Have a servant's heart. It's not about the exchange. We learn all of that in this world of podcasting and virtualness and in this virtual world. It is truly about how can I bring value. So we want to learn that. And some,
Hmm.
and I would say is that that's something nobody really can teach you. You have to be one that what can I do? How can I help?
Hmm. Hmm.
And there is a rewarding in that. Okay,
Hmm.
the reward.
Hmm.
So, if you are looking to expand your um, whatever it is, you may want to do an outreach. It may not be in social media, but you may have an outreach program. Maybe you're wanting to feed the homeless, or that's really big and broad. But if it can be just right in your community, hey, use a platform just like this, and you will be surprised how people will say, okay, well, I want to give. How can I give? I may be able to send you a gift card and you can go buy. We have a Walmart here in the United States now. So your major grocery stores, okay, how can we get some bags of rice or whatever, to feed your
Mhm.
community? Or how can I volunteer at your, so it's, yeah, that's how.
Awesome, awesome. There you've actually dropped a whole bunch of nuggets when it comes to growth. If you are out there and you are stuck in anywhere, I believe this nuggets are are juicy enough for you, to help you, move forward to the next level. And she made mention about collaboration. I know that I've actually been singing about that. Collaboration, collaboration, collaboration. It is actually the new currency right now. And if you're not in that space where you're collaborating with others to make things work, in fact, work faster than you would have been when you are walking alone. Then you are the one shooting yourself on the foot, like
Yeah,
they'll
yeah.
say. So you need to get you need to get in the space where you can collaborate with others. And then she made mention about you needing a team. Don't try to say, I know how to do everything, I can fix everything. No, 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 no. Don't do that, because you will find out that even if you know how to do everything, you may find out that you are, you know, burning out, because you can't be everywhere at the same time, getting this done, doing that, doing this, doing that. You just need,
Mhm.
people that could work with you. And also, she mentioned something that is very profound: helping others to grow their passion. Helping others to grow their passion. So in whatever you're doing, she talked about adding value. So, helping others to grow, helping others to succeed, you are adding value to their life and making them a better versions of themselves. She want to leave the baton, pass it on to others. So, meaning that for her to be able to do that, she is actually feeding, teaching, inspiring the next person that will take over, or that is looking up to her, that will definitely take over when she drops the baton. All right, when she retire and not tired. Okay, so thank you so very much, for the wonderful words you have shared with us, today. So now I want to ask you, the Glen networking experience. You'll be speaking on a topic. Okay, let me not be the one to share that. Tell us what will you be speaking on, and yeah, what we'll be speaking on. Share
Okay.
just a snippet of what you're talking about. Yes, ma'am.
Because I laugh, I say you can never give a preacher a microphone, and you can never give the speaker and all of that a microphone. But super excited. Positive transformation leads to a positive result. Listen, I had this analogy. I had this thought of. We have what we call carnivals here in the United States, and those that are here in the States, and carnival can look like many things, but it's fun, it's festive, and there is this there's this glass house, and in this glass house is a maze. And so I talk about the positive transformation, transforming, because there's an illusion that the glass or mirror sometimes will give us, and the illusion is that either we're too tall, or and I'll use it in this matter, is that you're not good enough, you don't bring what, you don't have anything to bring to the table. And I say that because I spoke those words. That was the negative talk that I have now been transformed to tell myself, and to now believe I do bring value to the table. So having that positive talk to yourself, to so much so that it becomes the seed, it becomes the driving force that you will have the positive result that you're looking for. There are three areas that, and I'm only going to give you two. And the third, that means that you're going to have to sign up for the conference so you can know what that third piece is. One of those pieces in our area is our natural life. What is that? That is your business, that's your personal, that's your family, your natural life. How do you want to transform that to have a positive result? Well, one thing in your natural life with your business, instead of texting a client that you may have, or a customer that you may have, instead of texting, literally have that virtual conversation, because we're in a virtual world. But if you're local, hey, let's meet up for coffee. What does that do? That brings you in an atmosphere that where you can come together, collaborate, to see, if you are the coach and they are the client, that you're helping them, you're letting them know that you are looking at eye to eye, and that you're very in tune to them, and you're wanting to see them grow and have the positive result. And together you can bring about that positive result. The second but not last is your spiritual walk. How does that look like? That's your, yeah, that is your gateway. That is your way to your answers. The scriptures in the Bibles are 66 books in the Holy Bible. And in that, there is a solution to every situation. So what does that mean, that I want to have a positive transformation? Romans 12:2 says this: be ye not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by what? The renewing of your mind. And so that's what you want to do. Ask God to help you think the way that you're to think. He says that your thoughts are not, his thoughts are not your thoughts. His ways are higher than your ways. And so that's how we transform. So I would say and encourage you to go ahead and get signed up. Meet us in this virtual space. So I'll be able to share that third area that you can transform in your life and have that positive result.
Amazing. Wow.
Because
Okay,
it's going to
so
take you to the next level. It's going to take us to the next level in our life. That's it.
yes, 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 yes. So for those of you out there that have not taken action yet, because I said action takers are winners. So if you have not taken action to sign up, to be in the room, to actually digest all that she's going to pour out, then you will be missing. Now, we've addressed this before, that the event is not only for entrepreneurs or business owners. What she is going to drop is going to address every area of life. Like, it's not just about whether you're in business or you are, doing, a career or something. Your life as a person, spiritually, that's not business. That's taking care of you, because your spiritual being has to be intact, you know and be in alignment with whatever you want to do, be it in your business, be it in your career. If you're not spiritually fit, I don't think anything else can work. And I know she is going to drop amazing, amazing, amazing words when it comes to transforming your life positively, so you can get a positive result. Positive result. It's not just about you say, yes, I have left where I was, this is where I am. Is that where you truly want to be, or does that where God really wants you to be? So there are two things. So I know that this event, when you come in, you're not going to leave the same way. So the ball now is in your court. So take action. So thank you so much, Mama. And I really appreciate the fact that you didn't give out everything, so that, that will make it to come on in. Okay, so based on what you are going to share with us, and of course looking at the lineup of speakers that we have, together with other ambassadors, in your own opinion, we have to look at ourselves and rate ourselves and say, okay, based on this, if everything, yeah, everything is going to go on well, this is how far, or this is how much we can expect. Based on your opinion, what would you say, or do you believe this event is going to be a game changer?
Absolutely, it's going to be a game changer. The caliber of speakers that are going to be in this room with us, I'm telling you, it is global. It is not just in Nigeria, or will be, although we'll be broadcasting from Nigeria. There are business owners and experts. I'm just happy to be in the room. You want to come? Listen, let me tell you, this is, I've been in many conferences virtually as well as in person. And when you invest and go into a conference, you're going, walking, wanting, and the desire not just to be in the room because you know you've got the keynotes and everyone in there. I'm speaking to that person that feels that they don't belong. They don't
Mm.
have education. They may have one client. And who am I? Well, I beg to differ. I want to speak to you from someone that said that, but I grabbed the courage and knew that it was that time that I said yes to me. I want to
Mm.
speak to you and say yes to yourself. And I promise you, with the other, even if I wasn't speaking, I really believe that this would be a yes. Because one, I want to serve Coach Shirley in this, whether I'm speaking or not, just to be an ambassador, just to serve, and just to have a space on our platform for the other speakers to come, because there's so much wisdom and nuggets and the to dos. If you can take one thing away and master that, you will be surprised the impact that you're going to be making. And that's all I got to say right now. But this is why
Mm.
you need to be in the
Yes,
room. There are
you have.
you take listen, if we start calling names, I'm looking at their you, when you hear their story, and they're going to be able to be dropping, they're wanting you to win. We
Mm.
can't be in this space all our, there's too many people that need what you have. Person in the audience that I'm talking to,
Mm.
there's others that need what you have. You have an idea, and you're going to, I believe that there's somebody that will give you that one missing link that you have been saying, God, how do I get from this point to this point? And I believe that you'll find your answer by just attending the Glam Networking Experience. Make the time, put it on your calendar, set everything else aside for that time. And we want you to be in the room. We want to meet you. We want to talk with you. We want to connect with you. And I want to thank God for giving Coach Shirley, his daughter, his servant, the, it's kind of like he released you to say, yeah, go ahead. And this is what's going to happen. And I'm so
Mm.
glad you said yes. I'm so glad
Mm.
you said yes. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So you've had it from Dr. Sandy. I don't know that the doctor thinks just coming. So I'm prophesying,
I
doctor.
am.
It's gonna be.
I have an honorary doctorate. I don't really use it a lot, but God has really been dealing with me. Eladon Solutions School of Ministry out of California. Great ministry. Saw our work that we were doing on gun violence. What we did, we held walks and prayer vigils because there was so much gun violence happening in our area. And we're beginning
Mm.
to see another rise of that. And it's a humanitarian um, doctorate, honorary doctorate for what God called us to do. We've held
Mm.
uh, domestic violence walks in honor of, particularly of a young lady back in Mississippi um, that was in a domestic violence situation, and very young, getting ready to go off to military. And she
Mm.
became a victim of domestic violence. And ultimately, she passed away because
Oh.
she was burnt, and the man set her on fire. And years later, when I had a conversation and got to know who her mother, and I wanted to do something special, and the Lord dropped in my spirit to have a day of proclamation, a day of
Mm.
declaring that her life will not just be known because of what happened to her, but it also will help save the lives of many women. And we're beginning to see a rise of these types of issues and things again. So I'm before the Lord now of how we can bring not just awareness, but bring some safety, changing of laws, helping
Mm-hmm.
individuals change their mindset,
My
young
mindset.
kids, young women, and young men. So that's our path. That's our lasting leg of this legacy of, because what's the point in having that and if we don't do anything with it? So the jail
Mm-hmm.
ministry, the walks, and all of that was the honoring of that. And I am one that I try to operate in integrity. So we're watching now. I'm really before the Lord and um, for the next leg of that, because we just don't have the doctorate to, and it is because of that. But without even that, it's our passion. And so
Mm.
we're yeah, so we're looking to be able to help save lives and save young people, that you don't have to be going and robbing and stealing, and the young
Mm-hmm.
girls be ladies, and you don't have to sell your bodies and get out of that bed
Mm-hmm.
with the man and all of that. No,
Yes.
there's so much more that we can do with young girls. And so yeah, so but yes ma'am, I know I kind of went off. Yeah.
Thank you, thank you for sharing that. I'm actually excited that you have shared that because, as you know, I'm also a humanitarian, and Humanitarian Leaders Network is a platform where we bring together as many humanitarians from around the world and say we can actually do so much together. In as much as you have passion to serve, you have a heart to, sow into the lives of others, to help change them, move them from where they are to a better a state, a better place for them. You are welcome to be a part of Humanitarian Leaders Network, because we are trying to unify the world through the works that we're doing for humanity. And you agree with me that all that is out of love, and of course God is love, and God has called us, to, come together so that we can actually make a much global impact. So thank you for sharing that. I really appreciate the fact, that you are also doing that. So thank you, thank you. Now, she had mentioned about the fact that we want you to win at the upcoming event that we'll be having on the 26th to 28th of July. We want you to win. If you are one that you're feeling like, oh no, I think the face is there. I don't think I'll be able to fit in into, what's this gonna go on there. You are the one that we are looking for, because we want you to rise to actually be who God has called you to be in that field. Take up the mantle and rise and become, and of course, conquer. We want you to connect with others, because that is the best way you can grow. I don't know any other way, anybody, in anything you can grow without connecting, with others, without letting people know what you're doing. Because we want you to share what you're doing with the world on a global level. So this is a global event that you shouldn't miss. So take advantage. The ticket fees are actually very affordable. I would say it's very affordable. So connect and let us see you in the room. There's so much that you will learn that will make you better and better and better in what you're doing. She has already mentioned the speakers, the keynote speakers, they are coming to share their stories. She has talked about storytelling. It is a powerful tool. So come in and learn from others. Don't wait until you make mistakes, before you learn. You can actually, why that's a smart move or wise moves is for you to learn from the mistakes of others, learn from other people's stories, and then you just act as if everything was just going smoothly. Everything is going to be going smoothly for you in whatever you're doing. Okay, so before we um, take the next question to Madam Sandy. Let's just take a list commercial to start to also see about our upcoming event. Stay tuned. All right. It has been an amazing time, discussing with the beautiful lady that you have in the house, Dr. Sandy Sanders. You're just taking that, Dr. Sandy. So, and she has shared with us great tips, great nuggets about her journey, about life itself, how far, she has come. And then again, why it is important for you, yes, you that is looking at me, for you, to step forward and build yourself, invest in yourself. Because yeah, it is you have yourself first, to take care of before any other thing. So, and of course, in whatever you're doing, first and foremost, feed you, invest in you, mold you. And this event that we're having is going to do you. Yes, because we're going to have speakers that will talk, that will share a lot in different aspects, of life that has to do with you. And then she talked about the fact that there could be just one missing link that you've been looking for, you've been waiting for, one word or one sentence or one phrase, whatever you want to call it, that you've been waiting for to help you move, to the next level. And this is opportunity that you shouldn't miss. And I am so blessed, to have connected with her. I will say that again and again. She has been a blessing, to me, and of course to, what we're doing. She is, you can see her, very humble woman, So thank you so very much for being the amazing you. And we're forever grateful, for the connection and of course the impact we are all making. So now, I want to ask you, ma'am, this time around, I'm not asking you about uh, Glam networking. This is you now. What do you do for fun?
Ooh, what do I do for fun? I love forest. Okay, so I love popcorn. Popcorn,
Ooh,
a good bag of popcorn, and watching a good movie. But my grandchildren and my grandson. So what those are the things that I enjoy that make me laugh. But I'm also now in a season that I would love to do some traveling when time permits. And so I'm going to be looking at where I can travel in 2025. So Lord willing,
from
and
Nigeria.
get us need to get a passport and all of that because I intend on doing something and seeing I've been on a cruise before and things like that, but I really would love to take an international trip next year. Yeah.
Yes, we're waiting. We're waiting for you. Waiting to receive you.
Oh,
Oh,
listen,
thank
I know that I would feel right at home if I did come to
you.
Nigeria for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We can't wait to, have you, welcome you, and of course, pamper you, give you all the, oh wow, amazing facts, the foods, delicacies that we have, just take you around, you just see a different, yeah, from where you've been, Africa. See
Hey, say
just
it. I
wonderful
can't get
places
the
and of
bags
course,
back
learn
quick
about
enough.
our culture. Mhm.
I was
Learn
saying
about
I
our
can't.
culture, our people,
Oh
our
my.
food, our traditions. Beautiful. Yeah, we're so beautiful. So, of course, I'll wait until you come, and then, of course, you share that, share that story when you come in, to learn
Exactly.
about, who we are, what all that, the things that make us, beautiful as we are. Okay, so thank you so much, about your traveling aspects because we are waiting to receive you and then popcorn. Yeah, thank you. You've shared a secret. So when we are receiving you from the airport, we have some popcorn, like a pot of popcorns, to receive you with. All right. So it has been amazing, time with you. on the show. I can't wait to have you back. And of course, we can also wait to, have you on stage at the Glen Networking Experience. So if you're out there, you've not gotten your tickets, please go get your tickets. Do get your tickets. Check the link. It's going to be in the comment section or on my page, on our page as well. You can see the link is everywhere. So check out the link and get your ticket. And of course, if you're having any difficulty in registering, just send a DM to Madam Sandy or to myself and to any of the speakers that you're seeing on the flyer. Just send a DM, and of course, they will reach out to you on how to help you out on how to register, and you'll be good. Okay, so rounding up, share your powerful words of wisdom. Now I know you have been sharing words of wisdom from the beginning, so but now it's just the icing, the what do you call it now?
She said the icing on getting the little sprinkles and all of that too, huh? Oh
The
yes,
sprinkles, yes.
we've had lots of fun. Listen, I want to say first of all, thank you to the amazing host, Coach Shirley Murphy, who is phenomenal. Yeah, she and this is that side where it's a global speaker, impact, humanitarian, all of that. I also want to thank you. You could have been anywhere else, and you chose to be with us on this evening, this morning, on whatever time of day that it may be. One of the things that I would say is that um, be all that you can be for yourself. Never stop growing, never stop looking and seeing more within yourself. And most of all, be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Let's think higher, because it is true. The Lord's thoughts toward us are good and not of evil, and to give us an expected end. That expected end is an end of hope and for you to flourish and prosper. And that's it. Never stop growing.
All right.
I look
So
forward to
never
seeing you in the room. Go and register. Go and register. I look forward to being in the room with you. Oh, I'm super excited. Cannot wait to see you. And yes, mark those days. July, we are in the month. And Coach Shirley, it's my birthday month too. But yes, July the 26th, 27th, and 28th, we look forward to being in the room with you, loving on you, sharing with you, and come with your pens, come with your pad, your notepads, whatever it is, so that we can impart whatever it is that can take you to that next level and help you grow.
All right, all right, all right, all right. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so very much. Yeah, never stop growing. That's what she has shared. So if you have not taken anything from all that she has said, never stop growing. So in whatever you're doing, never stop growing. Give yourself the space to grow and become. Okay, so now, ma'am, how can people connect with you?
How they can
Of
connect with
course,
me.
do you have something? Do you have anything coming up? How can people
Yes,
connect with you? Yes.
yes. We host Coffee Conversation and Book Talks with Sandy is powered by CTR Media Network. We are heard globally, so you can find me anytime. Just simply go to our YouTube channel. You can subscribe there. So anytime we go live, our main pages that we go live is on Facebook and on CTR Media Network. It is in the chat. There is ctrmedianetwork.com/ coffee conversation with Sandy. There it is. And so if you can find us, we will start having a second night beginning in the month of August. We are interviewing, we do speaker tours, we do event tours, and we also mainly have authors, anthology book projects. And what I say to our audience, most of all, it's for you. Why? Because you just might be looking for a good book to read.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So if you are looking for a good book to read or you're looking to connect, this is a plugin for you. And here is a link. Just click on it, and we also have it in the comment section. Let me do that, and also drop it there so it will be easy for you to just uh, click on it, and it will take you directly to her website. And I know she's also available on all social media platforms. So you can reach out to her and connect with her because she has a lot she's doing that would help you become the very best in whatever you are doing. So it is amazing, amazing, amazing time. I know we're already on top of the hour right now. It feels like we should still be here. We should still be here. We shouldn't go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. So thank you so much, ma'am. We are so happy, that you had time, you made up time to be here with us. Thank you once again, and God bless you. All right, so that's all we can take on today's episode of the show. I believe that you were able to grasp all the points that was mentioned by the amazing Dr. Sandy. Yes, Dr. Sandy Sanders. She has shared powerful nuggets about her topic that she'll be sharing with us at the event, and also tools, words of wisdom that could help you become better in whatever you're doing, be it in your life, be it in your spiritual life, your business, and in every other thing. I know there's a lot of words that she has dropped today that would help you. So connect with her. Make sure you connect with her, and her details is there on the screen and also in the comment section. And also, don't forget to get your ticket, secure your virtual seat to the event. Will be streaming directly from Nigeria to the world. So you don't have an excuse to say, "Oh, I can come over to Nigeria because of this and that." You can connect with us from the comfort of your zone, of your room. So get ready to connect with us. Just get your ticket, and we'll be waiting to see you. So if you want to join us on the show, just connect with us through the details that is scrolling down the screen. The our phone number is there, and other details that you can connect with us, will be on the show to share your story that could inspire others to take action about their lives, because your voice matters. Your voice is your power. So don't allow anything or anyone make you lose that voice. To also feature on the front cover of our magazine, Global Labor Events and Business Magazine, the same details that is scrolling down the screen is what you need to take advantage of. And please don't forget to like our Facebook page so you can get notification as when we go live our YouTube channel. And also we are also streaming also from Instagram. So if that's your platform, you can also connect with us there. So thank you once again. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. We love you. We see you next time.